Arrington-Bey. Islam Dwayne by Arrington-Bey. It is January 1st, 2020. I said 2019 on the other video. I didn't mean to. Today is a 2020. This is January 1st, 2020. It's Wednesday. So anyway, I'm working. I just got off work. It's about not too long ago, maybe 15 minutes ago. So 4:15. Now I'm heading back to the room. Today was an okay day. I am thankful. I earned money from 11 to 4, so it was good. The working was steady, so the time went by fast. I did the basics. I took out the trash, changed the trash. I felt like I expedited food pretty quickly. Not pretty quick, but quickly. I think I did pretty good with the order accuracy, and filled up condiments, refilled ice bins in a drive-through in a dining room, swept, cleaned the shake spinner twice. That's the thing this is the machine that they use to make shakes. So I felt like my work ethics were pretty good. I'm walking across the street. One moment. Which means a lot to me, because one day I'm going to have my own business, and as I have my own business, I will want my employees to have good work ethics. And if they're slacking, the fact that they're trying really makes a difference. So it means a lot, because I'm thinking ahead. I'm not just thinking right now in this present moment. I'm thinking in the future, and I'm planting seeds. And planting seeds and how you plant seeds matters. It really does. So I felt really good today in thoughts. I don't ever feel like I work too hard, and that's why. That's one of the reasons why. And also, as I'm there, I have the thoughts of implementing my constitutional rights as a Moorish American, which include the 13th Amendment, 20 sections, all 4 of Abraham Lincoln's proclamations. So I don't have the thought process, I'm working too hard, I'm being used or whatever. This is it gives me pride to go and earn money and value the time there and work. It does. It really does. And I hope that when I have my own business, the employees that I hire will have that same state of mind. And that's what helps the business to grow. And I will treat them well. Islam. So once again, I'm planting seeds. Islam. Because one day I will have my own business. And planting seeds is not just for this lifetime. Future lifetimes. So it really matters. Another thing, I was speaking to one of the co-workers. Her name is Katie. She's I don't know if she claimed my nationality. She would be considered pale skin. And I was talking about different drinks. She asked me when was the last time I drank, or do I drink? I told her, no, she said, do I drink, I think. And I said, I haven't had anything to drink in over 5 or 6 years. If I remember correctly, I was counting up, 14, 18. Yeah, I think I said 5 or 6 years, which is true. As in consumption that I can remember. And I was explaining to her that it's been if I do buy some alcoholic beverage, then it will probably be for something else right now, not for consumption. But it's nothing. In the future, I might have something to drink. I'm just not doing it today. So who knows? But it has been about 5 or 6 years since I've had an alcoholic beverage. But I guess when I do decide to drink something, I will probably this is what I was telling her, red wine, and I also was thinking about other mixed drinks, because she was telling me some of the mixed drinks. She said she doesn't do anything particular, but some of the mixed drinks I was thinking about was the pina colada, the strawberry daiquiri, rum punch, Jamaican rum punch, and stuff like that. So hold on, let me see if I can fix my hair. I'm looking really tired, but it's okay. Yeah, don't worry about it. And then let's see. Oh, this customer came in. He was talking about false advertisement, because there's a deal that Burger King is advertising, but it's not ready to be sold yet. So the manager covered it up. But the reason why I guess the manager covered it up, I think he did or someone did, after the customer said it, is because the customer was saying that Burger King, that's a lawsuit. And I was like, and so the customer and I was having a conversation short while this was being explained, because he was like, that's false advertisement, that's a lawsuit. And I was like, oh, well, why would a customer sue? And I was trying to get what is the benefits of a customer suing for false advertisement? And I said, are they trying to get money? What would be the reason for a customer to sue? And he said, they might, but the reason why they'll be able to sue is because of protection of the customer rights, or the consumer, because the consumer comes in there expecting something, or it's been advertised and it's not there. And so, and I said, because my thing is, I was like, so okay, if the consumer or the customer that sues, if they win the lawsuit, will they win money? Because I was telling you, I hear customers, or not customers, excuse me, I should say, I've heard many spirits, and sometimes, yes, coming to Burger King as well, but speak of lawsuits, but just spirits in general, speaking of suing somebody, getting a lawyer. And so with the customer today, just spoke of how there could be a lawsuit, or someone could sue for that. And I was like, okay. So the Thomas is the manager. He's a black male, unless he came in nationality, that'll be his description. I think he was the one that covered up the advertisement, because it is going to be prepared. We were told it's going to be ready, but it's not ready yet. So the items that are advertised. So then Katie, the co-worker, and I was having a conversation. I said, can you imagine people suing for crazy stuff? It's like, I've heard a lot of people speak of suing and get a lawsuit. And I was telling her, I said, can you imagine someone in a society where, because she was saying, I think if I remember correctly, she was saying, yeah, people sue a lot. And I think the conversation was, they sue, I was like, can you imagine someone suing because you don't want to talk to them, or you don't want to be their friend, and they create a lawsuit? Or can you imagine someone suing because they're not able to cause you harm, rob you, or do things that is horrific towards you, and because they're not able to cause harm or do acts of harm towards you, they create a lawsuit and actually go to court, because they created a falsity, a reason why they should be able to. But the intention is because they want to be able to know you or get to know you, or because they want to cause harm, or they want to attack you. That's the intention, but the intentions are hidden, and they create a lawsuit and actually create a lawsuit. So it's so much where you could be actually fined, because in that person who was stalking you, or causing you harm, or want to cause harm, you paying them money because they created a lawsuit somehow, some type of falsity on the physical that was done because the intention was that they want to be able to cause harm, or even take it a step further. I didn't say this to her about the spiritual part, but now that I'm talking to you, Dwayne, but say they want to spiritually rape you, spiritually molest you, and they're not able to do it like they want to. So they're not able to do it in the open like they want to. Spiritually attack your anus like they want to. So since they're not able to act like an animal on the spiritual mental plane like they want to, which is their nature, they create a lawsuit. And anyway, getting back, I didn't say that to her, but this is what I was just thinking now. Now getting back to her, Katie, she's a Pale Scout. I don't know if she claimed my nationality. I told her, and I said, wouldn't that be crazy if someone created a lawsuit because they're not able to cause harm like they want to you? So say they want to rob you, or they want to do something that's horrific towards you, but they're not able to do it. And to hide the true intentions, they create a lawsuit so they can hide what's really going on. And you end up paying that person money, or more or worse, you end up having to go to jail, or some other discomfort or problem happen towards you, because all the while there's a person who is mentally ill, wants to behave like a savage or an animal, but was clever enough to create a lawsuit. So, and she was like, that's crazy. I mean, I don't think she said that's crazy, but I said, that's mentally illness, isn't it? And she was just listening. She was like, and we were going back, and I was continuing the conversation. I said, can you imagine living in a society, or being in a society like that, where someone can create a lawsuit? And this is with the coworker, but I didn't speak to her about the spirituality part. But this is with the coworker, Katie, because of the customer that came in speaking about that is a lawsuit. A customer can actually sue. So now I'm taking a step further. But what I just said about can you imagine living in a society where these things happen? I did say that to her, and I said that is true mental illness. That is really true mental illness. So in that, my thoughts now are connecting to why the United States, we are among Dwayne Bey, moving forward now with you, spirits that are able to send sharp pains to the joints and cause physical disease, which is connected to your mind, mental disease. And the United States is not considered it's not even considered civilized according to many statistics in reference to health, physical health. So it's 35 is in red. So there are in many statistics, and I think one is one too many. So there's 34 other countries that are maybe either obviously more industrialized or considered civilized than the United States in reference to physical health. But yet we are among spirits that have the science of telepathy that can send sharp pains, rape and molest in the middle of the night and in the open. And think about it, and if they're not able to do it and behave like an animal, a savage in their nature, they create a lawsuit. So this is in connection to, once again, the United States is not being considered civilized among other civilized nations. So would you want those spirits in your nation? So say you're a foreigner, you're visiting, and you see what spirits are doing what, and who are doing what, and when they're doing it, how they're doing it. You go back to your nation. You see one of them in on your landmass, in your nation, how would you feel? And that is keeping it 100. What would you do to protect yourself? So that's it. That's pretty much all I truly have to say. As I said this, it's interesting. These two black people they just drove by, and someone said paid. It sounded like they look to be African American or Negro black. I'm not sure. That's it. That's all I have to say. So and also I was going to speak about the importance of many nations. I think the United States, once again, you know this, Dwayne, because I learned this from Moorish American National Republic. This landmass is the only place where you can find people who have not claimed a nationality. Everywhere you go, as far as I know of, if they ask you what your nationality is, they want to know. They want to know your nationality, and I'm not saying everyone promotes constitutional law, but in order for the Constitution, as I learned from Moorish American National Republic, to apply to you in this landmass, you have to have a nationality. Black, African American, Negro is not a nationality. Pale skin is not a nationality, and Hispanic is not a nationality. And claiming a nationality, as I learned, is a form of naturalization. And that is in connection to Article 1, Section 8, Clause 4 of the U.S.A. Constitution of 1787. So to be naturalized is a good thing. It means you're not chattel property. You're not an animal. You're not a beast. You are actually a part of the human family. Thank you. And as a Moorish American, which that is Imani Arrington-Bey and I, Rhonda Arrington-Bey nationality, it's important to be recognized being a part of the human family and not a beast, an animal, or something that's slave bred as such, Islam. So anyway, it's January the 1st, 2020. Oh, and also, and it's important for the United States Navy and Army and all military forces to have taken oath or affirmed to uphold these divine laws of freedom as well. Islam, that includes the Constitution of 1787, the 13th Amendment, 20 sections, and all of Abraham Lincoln's proclamations. Islam.